SOS has been absolutely tanking over the last week, but here's what I think it could be doing in the near future. In this video, we're going to be going over some key levels for SOS, some technical analysis, and where I think this stock could be headed in the coming future. What's going on, guys? It's Kyle of Finance Bro here. Before we get into this video, I just want to ask you guys to please hit the like and subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you never miss a new video like this. If you guys want to check out our WeBull link and pick up some free stocks with WeBull, it's linked down in the description below. Also, our course program is linked down in the description below, and you guys can check out our 3 amazing courses that are full of value. We offer a day trading course, long-term investing course, and a course on dividends. These courses have a ton of value in them. We've worked really hard, and they're super affordable. We wouldn't want to price you guys out of the knowledge that we worked very hard to accumulate over the last couple of years. We've been trading now for almost 3 to 4 years between both of us, me and Zach, that is, of course. And we really wanted to figure out a way to bring you guys some value. So if that sounds interesting to you and you guys want to get some value and hopefully learn something new, check out our course program. It's linked down in the description below. But other than that, guys, let's get right into this video. Alrighty, guys, here we are with SOS Limited. Let's talk about the company. Let's talk about where I see it heading. Let's do some technical analysis. We'll go over this article too that I found that puts some interesting perspective on SOS. Just to give you guys a baseline understanding of where SOS is at, if you guys aren't caught up or familiar with the price action currently going on with SOS. SOS currently trading around $4.21, down about 4.97% just this last Friday during the intraday trading session, up about 2.85% in after hours. This stock has not seen obviously the greatest uptrend in the past week or two, or even month you might say, unfortunately. But just to get you guys updated, this is what's going on with SOS. SOS, of course, being heavy involved now with the cryptocurrency mining sector. Unfortunately, lots of lawsuits and short selling reports going on about it. Let's talk about this article. Will the success of its competitors help SOS to prosper? Cryptocurrency mining company SOS Limited and SOS stock represent a great deal of risk. One of the company's most salient risks is that it simply exists in the cryptocurrency sphere. Investors will recognize the risk inherent in sectors Bitcoin. Okay, so this is interesting. The first thing they're starting our article out with basically is acknowledging the risks of SOS because of all the lawsuits and short selling going on as well. But the main thing it seems that they're pointing out about SOS is not only that it's a risky stock, at least in their opinion, but the reason why it's so risky is because its inherent involvement with Bitcoin. I mean, just because they're a cryptocurrency mining company does not necessarily mean that this stock trades tightly with other cryptocurrencies as far as price action goes. Nor does it mean that this stock is any more risky if Bitcoin goes downward. I mean, this company was beforehand a AI based software company that was building AI to help with emergency situations and things that happen in the country that it's based out of, being able to access and fight different types of emergency situations with AI. So I wouldn't say that just because they're associated with Bitcoin is the riskiest thing in the world. That's just my opinion, of course. I'm kind of just giving you guys my opinion on this article as well, reading it at the same time. And that's, of course, the top tagline of the article I should have read here. SOS stock is very risky, very opaque, which means you should skip it. So as you can see here, Alex Soros, the person who wrote this article, does not like SOS. So just to give you guys a quick understanding of that, obviously, in case you were wondering if this was going to be a positive article, well, or even just positive paragraph. It's not even really an article. I'm not going to read the rest, even if it is. Let's get into the whole point of this, right? So further, SOS Limited is a cryptocurrency mining company. Mining cryptocurrency introduces business risk. While there is a close coupling between mining companies and the underlying cryptocurrency, an investment in a crypto miner is an investment in the business and the cryptocurrency. Thus, risk is amplified. SOS Limited is also a Chinese-based company. Chinese firms are facing increasing scrutiny at home, as evidenced by the Chinese Communist Party recent crackdown, and the U.S. routinely ramps up threats of exchange delisting of Chinese stock from American exchanges on audit oversight concerns. Long story short, SOS Limited carries a lot of inherent risk. Okay, cool. Every investment in the stock market carries a lot of inherent risk. This is known. Everybody knows this. If you don't know this, you should know this, obviously, that the stock market is a risky place to be in, right? Any investment is going to have some risk to it, because when you want to make money in an asset, there's going to be something called risk. Plain and simple. So the idea that because SOS is very risky, the 2 points here, which I think are pretty much irrelevant, being that, oh, it's associated with Bitcoin. Strike 1. Strike 2, SOS is also a Chinese company, which apparently just means they're terrible. Have you heard of Alibaba? Have you heard of any of these other huge Neo? Have you heard of these other companies that are actually really big hits with the retail market that are, for the most part, doing pretty fine, besides a couple of pullbacks we've seen? And of course, there's risk of them being delisted from the New York Stock Exchange. But the thing is, when has this ever happened? I mean, at least to companies that are actually relevant and doing real business. And I get it that a lot of people are arguing that SOS isn't doing real business and that it's a shell company and all of that. But for the most part, SOS has disproved most of the theories that have been produced about it, whether it's the different thing that they had to say about how the whole address mix up, on their income or their balance sheet, I believe it was, where, it was listed as a hotel room. They cleared that up in investor Q&A saying that it was a temporary thing. They didn't want it to be that. It was being changed at the moment. And I'm not sure if it's changed now, but I know that that was something that was addressed in an investor Q&A. There was something about fake crypto mining platform rigs that they bought, which, I mean, it's objective, it's just like, oh, the picture looks fake, like, okay, cool, like, and then there's other people just saying it's a shell company, which, I mean, that's, again, these are a lot of this, and all of this is short sellers trying to push this stock down. In my opinion, this is not fact. This is all speculative, of course, not financial advice, but I think that a lot of short sellers would like to see this stock go lower, so that way their positions can increase. This is, of course, speculation, and I'm not saying that that's the case, nor am I accusing anybody of that. But I think for the most part that this stock is being beat down heavily, and it's been beat down heavily. A lot of people don't have a lot of confidence in this stock. There are people still holding the stock though, for the long term, and the people who are, well, they have diamond hands. I'm not really holding a position in this stock, but I do like the fundamentals as far as cryptocurrency mining goes. I think that's going to be the future. But other than that article and everything else, let's get into the sticks. So here we are with the sticks on SOS. This is the 1 day, 1 minute chart. As you can see here, this was last Friday, just to give you guys a quick update on what's going on, obviously, with the price action. We already kind of discussed this a little bit further. As you can see here, hit a high of $4.53 to start the day off, and then pretty much just kind of stagnated around here and just kind of continued to sell off for the rest of the day. RSI hitting about the 57 level, so, approaching that overbought level, but not too much, I would say. MACD, as you can see here, blue line well above the brown line, so this trend could continue. That is something to keep in mind. Depending on market conditions come market open on Monday, obviously things could change, but for now we were just going to have this. Unfortunately, there's a lot of uncertainty in the market right now, especially after the huge sell-off that we saw just this last week with a lot of big names, or just the whole entire market in general taking a relatively big hit. 180-day chart, we've been over it before, but if you're new, as you can see here, huge run up back when the original hype hit, and since then, huge downward trend since then. We've had a nice little recovery right here, or at least trying to, up into about the $8 range, but then unfortunately it's just kind of selling off. Now the lowest we've gone since we've hit those all-time highs was about, around the 430, 450, 420 kind of range, $4.20, $4.30 range down around here. We're currently trading around $4.33, so we are getting close, like very close to those lows that we were hitting there before. So the real thing is, if SOS wants to go higher, I hope that it does not break these resistance levels, or at least this resistance level, it seems, right here. Hopefully it bounces, and we'll have to see. A lot of stocks do tend to bounce off these types of resistance. As you can see on the 180-day chart, it is pretty close to being oversold. 46, not that far away from 30, relatively far away from its all-time highs over here. But again, we will just have to see, because there's a lot of uncertainty with the market right now, especially with inflation, especially with all of the different chair speakings and just all the meetings and different things going on right now. If anything, I'd probably play puts off this, but even puts are a little risky. I feel like they're going to get IV crushed as well, just in the most part. There's not a lot of rapid price movement with SOS. You need volatility to really make at least naked options worthwhile. So we will have to see. Maybe selling calls might be a better choice for myself, but we will have to see. Let me know, of course, down in the comments what you guys think about the stock. But other than that, that is pretty much it for SOS. But other than that, that's pretty much it for SOS. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think about this stock, if you guys made any money with this stock, and where you guys think this stock could be headed in the future. I know a lot of you guys like this stock, and you think that a lot of the rumors behind it are kind of, well, BS. And I kind of agree with that. There are quite a few things that have been disproved, and I think that SOS does have a lot of potential. It's just unfortunate that there's a lot of short selling and the lawsuits going on with it right now. So it seems that really only time will tell if this company turns out to be, well, valued at what people are expecting it to be valued at. Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you're new, check out our course program if you guys want to pick up some amazing courses full of value. It's linked down in the description below. Our WeBull link is also linked down in the description below if you guys want to get some value there too. But other than that, guys, that is all I have for you guys today. I'm Kyle, the Finance Bro. Take it easy.